Well, I have to say, guys, that I was pleasantly surprised with the latest Michael Bennett thriller that I finished this week. What's up, guys, and welcome back to the channel. You're with Chris, and today I'll be wrapping up yet another week as my holidays officially come to a close and I am back at the day job. But I had a great time, I loved my time off, and I'm ready to get back into work. But this week was pretty quiet on the reading front. I didn't get as much reading done because it wasn't high on my priority list, because when you've got some holidays and the kids are in school, it gives you a chance for yourself and your wife to go off and do things that you don't normally get to do, which I had an absolute ball with my wife. It was good alone time, and it was just fantastic. There was not 1 minute I didn't like about that, and it's almost a shame that I have to go back to work, but it is what it is, and you do have to pay the bills, as they say. So what I did this week was put up my review video for The Final Empire by Brandon Sanderson, the first book in the Mistborn trilogy, which I enjoyed. If you haven't checked that out, please do. I do go into a bit of detail on the book, and I enjoyed it so much that immediately I wanted to read the second book. I've also been continuing with reading the second book, which is The Well of Ascension. I'm about almost 200 pages in, so as I said, I didn't get much reading time this week, but I'm planning on mowing through quite a bit of this in the next few days to catch up. And it has started off a little bit slow, I will be honest, and what I've done was I'm going to pace myself with this one. I'm not going to race to the end like I did with the first one, because I might just give myself a break or two and read something shorter in between, and give myself until the end of Feb to complete this one, so I can relax a little bit, not feel I have to rush it, because I can read other books in between, and I did that. So in between reading The Well of Ascension, I did start and finish Crosshairs by James Patterson and James O. Osborn, the next book in the Michael Bennett series, which I have enjoyed up until the last book. And I did mention, and I was quite outspoken with this, that the last book in the Bennett series I didn't like, and I made that very clear. And I also said that if I didn't like any of the further books, that I will discontinue reading the series. But guys, with this one, I'm not going to say too much here, because my review will be coming out this coming week. But I will tell you this: it was better than the last book. That's all I'm saying, because I will go into a bit of detail with my review that'll be up on the channel later this week. Also, I put up my review video of The Long Way Home, the collection by Richard Chizmar. I absolutely enjoyed that collection. There were a couple of stories that didn't quite work for me, so I ended up skipping those, but for the most part, the collection was great. All the stories that I did read were fantastic, and I did have a couple of standouts that I do talk about in that video, so if you haven't caught that one, please do. It only went up yesterday, and I have read some of Richard Chizmar's work before in his previous collection called The Long December, and he is just a fantastic writer, and his backstory is very interesting as well, how he came to found Cemetery Dance magazines, because he is the owner and editor of that publication, and he also is renowned for producing some of the best limited edition hardcovers, particularly for Stephen King's work. So check that one out. Had an absolute blast with that, and I can't wait to read more of his work. Okay, now that was it for the reading. Now on the movie front, my wife and I have been watching a few movies lately, and we ended up watching 3 movies this week, which were great. We did rewatch A Star Is Born, starring Lady Gaga and Bradley Cooper, which is a fantastic movie. If you haven't seen that, do it, because it is a real tearjerker towards the end. It is such a tragic story, and a gripping story as well. The music is fantastic, the singing is great, and the love story between the two characters is fantastic. We also watched an oldie which has faded into obscurity, I reckon, because no one really talks about this one anymore. I'm talking about Duets from the year 2000, starring Huey Lewis and Gwyneth Paltrow. That was a pretty fun movie. I hadn't seen it for ages, and we thought, let's give it a crack and see what we remember of it, and it was really good. And the third movie we watched was Sliding Doors with Gwyneth Paltrow and the Scottish guy. I don't know what his name is, but Fantastic movie. It's a cautionary tale about what cheating does, what trouble cheating causes, and it just illustrates how two alternate realities can skew off, and you can, just by a moment that gets changed. So 3 good movies that we watched, and we're going to keep that up as well, and try and watch a few movies a week, because it is something we need to really catch up on. Now, next week's reading is going to be all about the Well of Ascension, but I'm also going to pick up another book that should be a fairly quick read for me in between the Well of Ascension, and that is Smoker on the Porch by Don Watson. This is an indie author, self-published book. I'm looking forward to this. It has Stranger Things vibes about it. It's set in 1989 Suffolk, England, and I reckon just by how thick it is and the size of the font and the spacing on the pages, I think I'm going to smash through this one in 2 days. I'm anticipating maybe a couple of sittings. If it grips me like I think it's going to, I think I'll be in for a real treat, and I will smash it. Looking forward to that. And this is really good. If I find that I'm not getting very far through the Well of Ascension, it's always good to know that I've got something to fall back on, to have a bit of a break, and then read something quick, and then get back into the Well of Ascension so that I can finish it before February, ideally. So yeah, there you go. So just a quick one this week, guys. That is it for my weekly update. Thank you very much for watching. As always, if you like and subscribe, I'll promise to deliver the best content I can. Please offer up any feedback below, and I'll always engage with you about that if needed. But until the next video, guys, happy reading.